What's up, everybody? What's up, guys? It's Mr. Ellis, your algebra teacher, coming at you with these 527 assignments. Okay, guys? Just remember, for 525 we got Memorial Day, and for 526 we got the Marquez reading, and there's no math attached. So all you got to worry about is 527, and we actually have a bonus assignment, which I'm going to go over here as well. This is the only assignment that you are required to do, the name that graph assignment. All right. So right off the bat, I'll start off with one, right? And all these guys, every single problem here, it's just which graph is the right one, right? A, B, or C. One of them has a couple graphs as the answer, but most of these are just individual. Pick A, B, or C, okay? So right off the bat, which graph is shaded above the line, right? Above the line. So above, upper, higher than, something like that, right? Let's eliminate a couple answers right away, right? Shaded above the line. Is C shaded at all? And it doesn't look like it. And B, is that shaded portion, is that above the line or below it, right? What does it look like to you? It kind of looks below the line to me, okay? And let's look at A, right? Process of elimination, it can't be B, can't be C. I think we can maybe figure out from there, right? It's got to be. And if we even look at A, right? Look what the shaded portion, look what it represents, right? It's going to the right, yes, but look how it's kind of angled a little bit down to the right. See? Notice how we can kind of see that these points are a little bit to the right or above the line in question, right? So maybe not so much higher than, but it's still a little bit higher than. But think about higher x value, right? To the right, and then it kind of goes along with a higher y value, okay? So it's not B, it's not C, B's clearly below, C's not shaded at all. What's my answer, right? So which graph describes a less than relationship, okay? So when I think of less than, guys, in a graph, I'm thinking of having a shaded portion below my line when I think less than. And the line, if it's just less than and not less than or equal to, the line has to be a dotted line, okay? So this one's, I might even say it's even easier than the first one. Less than has to have a dotted line, shaded portion below the line. And there's only one graph here that has that, right? Dotted line. Which one has a dotted line, guys? Only one graph has a dotted line, and that's going to be your answer. Okay? And then it's clearly shaded below too, if you can look at it. All right? So C, which graph has a solution of 0, 2? So when I say has a solution, what am I saying? Now, what I'm really saying is that either it is in the shaded portion of my graph, or if I have a solid line, it is on my graph. Okay? So let's look at A, and let's just plot the point, right? 0, 2, what does that mean? 0 movement on my x value and 2 movement up on my y value, right? Because 2's to the right of the comma. 0, 2, it's going to be right here for A. Is that in the shaded portion, yes or no? And B, 0, 2, is that in the shaded portion? I think so. And then C, 0, 2, and now it's on the line. But remember that it's okay if it's on the line as long as the line in question is a solid line. So is C a solid line? If it is, it's got to be C2, right? Which graph does not have any solutions or not have solutions on the line? So remember, guys, that not having solutions on the line means that there's no equality on the line. And remember that equality is represented on a line by having a solid line, okay? So basically, if you have a solid line, you're going to have solutions on the line. So if you don't have a solid line, you're not going to have solutions on the line. You get what I'm saying? So again, look at the graph here that does not have a solid line. There's only one. And for 5, which graph describes a greater than or equal to relationship, right? So we can also kind of do process of elimination here too. Okay, guys? So when I think equal to, remember, equality is implied, right? Remember that only solid lines can have equality, right? So right off the bat, can eliminate B, right? That is not a solid line, can't be my answer, right? And if I think greater than, maybe if we're confused on which side is shaded, but something has to be shaded, right? Is there anything shaded on C here? That doesn't look like it. And 6, which graph is shaded below the line? And I don't know, guys, for this one, shaded below the line, I would think it's probably the same graph that describes a less than relationship. Just which one's going down here? Is this one going down? Not exactly, right? Is this one going down? Maybe a little more clearly. And 7, which graph describes an equal relationship? Now, remember, there's no greater than, no less than, right? If there's no greater than and no less than in my graph, that implies that there's no shading at all, right? So now, which graph here has no shading? There's only one, right? All right, guys. And now I'm going to go over the bonus assignment, all right? Very quickly, because there was one problem listed for bonus. I had a video attached to help you guys figure out like terms and all that if you were confused. If you watched that video, you probably don't even need to watch this one, but for those of you who haven't watched that video, I'm going to make this anyway. Try and get you guys some reps on that. It's just the one bonus, guys. But I would strongly recommend you watch the Khan Academy video. Of course. But if not, if you prefer mine, I get it, right? 3x plus 4x. I'm not going to do all of this, guys. I'm just going to do enough to where you guys can get what I'm talking about here and hopefully get the answer yourself. Remember, it has to be right or I'm not going to give you credit, okay? So I'm just going to do like terms on the x's, okay? Think of the x's as apples, right? I got 3 apples right here. I got 4 apples right here. I got 2 apples right here. So, I can add apples together, right? What's 3 plus 4 plus 2? What's that equal to? 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 2, that's 9, right? So I'm going to put a 9 in my final answer. 9, and the x, it's apples, right? We're still dealing with apples here, right? It's 9x, 9 apples, right? And then I got y, 4 and 6y, right? Let me put that a different color so we know I'm talking about different terms here. 4y and 6y, right? Like terms, right? What does that mean? We can add the 4 and the 6 together, right? What's 4 plus 6? It's 10, right? And then we just attach the y on, right? So plus whatever I got there, 4 plus 6, y, plus blank. And the last blank right here, well, we can add 5 and 2 together, right? We always knew that. Just add those guys together, all right? Okay, and hopefully that cleared everything up, and hopefully we can get the right answer for this one, guys. Rooting for you. Get that extra credit,